Hello, supporters and onlookers. This is Drew Sam, Secretary with the Party of Commons, narrator for the second and final edition of the Alabaster video. This is the 34th edition of the American Sunlight News and Literature podcast, entitled Alabaster II, finishing up where we left off. And I know it's been a long several weeks, but we've been busy with trying to help Mark Green with his write-in campaign for the Federal Way City Council. And it's important to remember it's for position 2. Today, I want to speak from the heart about leadership, about vision, and about a movement that's quietly but powerfully reshaping the way we think about politics in America. At the center of this movement is someone you might not expect, a 19-year-old, homeschooled young woman named Earlie Breck White. She's not just our editor. She's our president. And she's not here to play the usual political games. Earlie leads with clarity, with conviction, and with a kind of moral courage that's rare in public life. In an age of bureaucratic dithering and endless committee meetings, Earlie reminds us that clarity of command is not a flaw. It's a virtue. She doesn't hide behind process. She doesn't deflect blame. She takes ownership. When our petition effort in Federal Way fell short, she didn't spin it. She acknowledged it. And then she got back to work. That's leadership. But Earlie's vision goes far beyond any single campaign. It's rooted in a philosophy that values personal responsibility, civic engagement, and unapologetic authenticity. The Party of Commons isn't trying to be trendy. We're trying to be true. Let's talk about education. Earlie and the Party of Commons believe in revamping our schools. Not with more bureaucracy, but with more choice. We support charter schools. We support homeschooling. We believe the Department of Education has outlived its usefulness. But we also believe in setting strong traditional standards for public schools, so that every child, no matter where they live, has access to the basics: reading, writing, arithmetic, and the kind of discipline learning that builds character. On social policy, we're clear. We stand for life. We support pregnancy counseling centers. We believe in traditional values, not because they're old, but because they've stood the test of time. We believe that strong families and strong communities are the bedrock of a healthy society. And when it comes to foreign policy, we don't mince words. We're America first, and we mean it. That doesn't mean hostility. It means sovereignty. It means staying out of endless wars and proxy conflicts. It means telling the United Nations, an increasingly corrupt and anti-American institution, to pack up and relocate. Ottawa, Paris, Brussels, take your pick. Just not here. We believe NATO has run its course. Let Europe handle its own defense. Let America focus on its own people. That doesn't mean we ignore global threats. It means we think creatively about how to counter them. Sometimes diplomatically, sometimes economically, and yes, sometimes militarily. But always with our own interests at the center. Now, some folks scoff at our use of AI-generated imagery. They say it's unconventional. We say it's innovative. Earlie understands that in a digital age, we need to be nimble, adaptive, and bold. We're not chasing likes. We're building a movement with backbone. We emphasize athleticism and civic awareness, not just as ideals, but as practices. We want leaders who are physically present, mentally sharp, and emotionally grounded. We believe that discipline in the body translates to discipline in public life. The Party of Commons may be small, but we're not here for short-term wins. We're here to build something lasting, something principled, something that speaks to the quiet majority of Americans who are tired of the noise, tired of the spin, and ready for something real. We value the Constitution and the Republic of the United States of America, but we also believe that direct democracy, especially in the form of petitioning and initiatives, has its place, and it should be an honored place. We stand for localism, for the idea that politics should be accessible, not just to insiders, but to every neighbor, every worker, every student who wants to make a difference. We believe in the dignity of civic participation, and we're not afraid to challenge the status quo when it gets in the way of real progress. The Party of Commons has a message for Washington. Stop spending like there's no tomorrow. We're doing away with the excess, foreign aid agencies, bloated bureaucracies, and some government programs that reward idleness. But we're not heartless. We protect the disabled, the elderly, and citizens who truly need help. If you're able-bodied, it's time to work or join a work program. Government healthcare? For citizens only. We're not the handmaidens of the world. And thanks to our veteran statesman Mark Green, we've got a 23-year plan to balance the budget by 2050. It's bold. It's disciplined. It's the long game, and we're playing to win. So if you're listening to this and thinking, maybe politics doesn't have to be broken, you're right. It doesn't. And we're proving it, one conversation, one campaign, one act of courage at a time. I'm Drew Sam, and this is the Party of Commons, also referred to as the Revived Citizens Party, aka. To see our main blog, go to the URL americansunlightnews.website. Again, that's americansunlightnews.website. To see our youth club website, that's predominantly young women, go to generationjumpstartclub.com. Again, that's generationjumpstartclub.com. Thanks for listening. Strength, honor, and nation.